everyone. Welcome into Hey Bill and Friends. I'm Ann with Andale Homestead.
Hello, everyone. This is Casey over at Ormsby Farm, the Halfway Homestead.
Hey, it's Monica from Bland's Promised Land Ranch.
And I'm Sandy with Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona.
And y'all, this is week 1 of
Woo-hoo.
Homesteading Bootcamp. Week 1. And we have a great topic tonight. We're really excited. This is going to get real, y'all. And this is what y'all come in for. Tonight's topic and discussion is what y'all come in for the knowledge, for learning, for the discussions. And we're really excited. We're talking about water glassing eggs.
Yes.
And we're going to talk all things water glassing eggs. We're talking about how to do it, why some people do it, why some people don't do it, all of the things. And guess what? It's okay if you disagree with one of us. It's okay. It's not going to make us not sleep good at night, okay? We just want to put our opinions and our research that we've done out to everybody and teach you so that you have the knowledge going forward. So, incubating eggs, really excited, but first.
Water glassing eggs.
Water glassing. Oh my God.
Water glassing.
Can I just say really fast, my job, I work at a school. And some kindergarten teachers asked me for eggs 21 days ago. And they're like, hey, we want to incubate eggs for the kindergartners. So it stuck in my mind because all 16 hatched. I was really excited. They're all so cute and little. Yeah, they're all so really sweet. So that's why I'm thinking incubating, not incubating. Water glassing. Thank you. But Ann, would you say hello to everyone that has come into the chat?
I would love to do that. Hey, Joe, fix it for you. How you doing, buddy? He says, hey, Casey in the panel. Hey, Miss Dallas. She says she's just chilling out, waiting for us. Cynthia Delot, all the way from the Netherlands. We love you, Cynthia. Thank you for being here. Lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Hello, everybody. Dude, yo, where's my car? It all adds up. There's Lori. We're crazy about that name, Lori. And Rebecca, touched by yarn, had a little text message with her today. It was fun. Robin Hood, Minnesota, but it's really Robin Hood Homestead. And I call him my What About Bob because I was about him. Yeah. So he's my What About Bob. There's Ginger, not for nothing homestead, because she don't do it for nothing. She's got her homestead rocking over there. Hey, Cheryl, 19720. That's pretty cool. I don't know what YouTube does those numbers for. Ann Philbeck. Hello, Miss Ann. Glad to see you. Jennifer Ocean Homestead. We're thrilled to have you in here tonight, sweetie. Prayer Mountain Homestead. Miss Rita. How do? Good to see you. Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Hi, Heather. So happy to see you. She makes the most beautiful aprons, y'all. I mean, really gorgeous. And then Tamra Amelin. Hey, how you doing, honey? Good to see you, sweetheart. And let's see what else we got going on down there. And we've got
Troy.
Yay. Hi, Troy. Got you in my prayers, you sweet thing. And Ray Dean. I'm glad you're here tonight myself. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Something Dana John. I'm new here.
That was pretty good.
We're really glad that you're here.
I think because you're new here, friend. Hi, new friend. I think all 4 of us need to try to say your name, and whoever's closest, you need to put it in the chat. All right. So, Ann, you go first.
Well,
a good solid go.
John Yazuski.
Okay. I'm going to say Donna Januszewski. Does that say the same thing?
I don't know.
Close.
Similar.
Okay, Monica.
I say, because I'm from Maryland and I have a Maryland accent, I'm going to say Dana Januszewski.
Oh, well.
Well, that's probably, no, Monica's probably right.
Probably.
I mean, I don't know where she's from. I'm just saying it looks like
Yeah, Dana
Januszewski.
John.
Dana Januszewski.
Yeah.
Januszewski.
Yeah.
Me and
Okay.
Ann over here trying to be fancy.
That's what we've settled on.
Donna Zlusker.
So, Sandy, what is your pronunciation, you think?
Oh, I think Monica is right. You know,
Well,
when I'm looking at that, yeah.
We're
Although I've
thrilled.
been wrong many times before, so I may completely be wrong on this.
Well,
I'm
tell
not
us
that
in the
great.
chat, new friend. We're so
Yeah,
Yeah.
let us know if it's Dana or Donna.
Yeah. And
That
so
feels very fancy.
I like both.
I
Hey,
know.
Tamra. Hey, y'all. Hey. Oh, we're all having internet issues today. Must be something in the sun. Hey, James Hall, y'all, the Shade Tree Cook. Glad to see you, sweetheart. And becoming a green stalker. Oh, all these wonderful people. Oh my gosh, we're so thrilled. Thank you for being here. And then we have Radine is in here. Did I say hello to them before?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure everybody says hi.
And if we didn't, just say it again because I'll pull you up.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
So
next-
water glassing.
Yes.
Water glassing is the topic we're talking about tonight. For those that are new here, like our friend that's going to put how to pronounce the name in the chat, it's 12 weeks. We're going to be talking about homesteading topics that you need to know and learn going forward. It's something that you can take notes. You can join along with us. Wait, okay, hold on. Did we see
were
it?
all wrong. It's Donna.
Donna.
That makes so much sense.
Okay, so Donna,
like Donna, Donna.
But last name, Janusz Zuski. Am I saying it right?
I'm still thinking Januszewski. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Although I was wrong first time too.
Okay. All right. Well, Donna, that's what we're going to be calling you.
Yeah, welcome in, Donna.
So glad to see you, honey.
Love
Ginger's letting Sandy know that her spinach and kale are doing great and that she's thrilled about that. So,
We were talking about it one night. So
that's awesome.
So everybody in the chat, y'all say hey to Donna.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone say hi, Donna. Welcome in. Okay. Water glassing. I was mentioning that the next 12 weeks we're going to be going over a ton of different topics that are really, really informative. And again, what we want you to know is come in with an open mind, come in with an open heart, take notes and listen. And we're just going to give you our knowledge over us doing it. And we're going to kind of split it up in different pieces tonight. One, because I have water glassed about 6 dozen eggs already. Now, let me tell y'all, story time. Moving to a different homestead and water glassing eggs is very complicated.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I've been saving. Now, I'm not saying recommending this because I have never done this part of it before, but I collect eggs Monday through Friday, clean eggs. I put them in an egg carton. And then Friday, once I get to the new homestead, I mix up the solution and I put them in there. Because even with incubating, I've heard you really don't want to go over 10 days of fresh eggs that you're putting in there. So again, don't recommend that part, but that's what I've been doing because I don't want to take a jar like this full of water and eggs in a car ride because I'm not a very neat driver. And so it would be, I'm not. Now, sometimes I am when I have like canned food in the back. But yes, that's what I've been doing. So tonight I'm going to talk about the solution part of it. Monica's going to talk about the eggs and stacking. She's our research girl. She is our research girl.
Talking about research.
And then Anne has her 9 billion-year-old eggs that she's going to crack open, not eat, but crack open so we could just all see together on live. So
I want to go first because I'm curious if I'm going to stink up my room.
do you want to be first?
Did you light a candle or something?
I could. I haven't.
If she goes first, then she can roll out and go dump it in the sink somewhere.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do that. Come on, let's get crazy. That's right. Okay. I mean, can I?
Yes. Come on, and the dino eggs. Let's get the dino eggs. Well,
all right,
and show them first.
I'm going to turn the camera so you can see
all those eggs, Miss Anne. Oh my God.
Eggs that I water glassed from
Make her
12
bigger.
I was gonna say, let me make her bigger. Hold on.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
that's
Oh,
not
hello.
me.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Here we are. So this is from, oh gosh, look at the mess. Don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. The mess. I didn't realize y'all were going to see all that mess.
That's not even messy. Oh, look at me. Hi.
Y'all know it's so hard to actually get.
I love y'all. All right. 12, 21, 23. So 2.5 years ago, I water glassed these eggs with these very people. Okay. Poor Worth. He has to smell those eggs. I haven't smelled. See, they don't smell. I haven't. Excuse me. That's why I thought I was safe, because the room that they were in didn't stink. But what I'm going to do is take one of these eggs. I can't believe I'm showing y'all that mess behind there. Okay. Let me do the sniff test. Hey, there's no scent to it. I'm not reaching in there with my hand, but I am going to do, y'all can talk too, you know. I'm going to do this. Lots of lime on it. Oh, okay. So there's one egg. It has a lot of lime on it. Okay, now I'm going to wipe it off. Here.
Usually you rinse it off, y'all, just so you know. Usually you rinse it under cool water. You're going to rinse it really well once you take it out. But Miss Ann's not in front of a sink right now.
There we go. Okay, I
There you
found
go.
the layout we needed, y'all.
Also, Mrs. Dallas wants to know if it's from 1923 or 2023.
It's from 2023. I said 1923 earlier today too. And Jesse said, whose grandma did you get them eggs from? 104 years old.
I've heard of people passing down sourdough starters, but never water glassed eggs.
I have a glass bowl so y'all can see, right? I should have kept the angle there, then you wouldn't see quite as much mess, but anyway, whatever. Okay, so I'm cracking it. Oh, it's a little spongy.
Yeah.
See, it's a little kind of rubbery. Let's see. Oh. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ew.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Okay. So really quick, guys.
Still
What has
doesn't
happened?
stink.
Does it stink, Miss Ann?
No, it does not.
So what has happened is basically what Sandy is probably going to explain to you a little bit about the research and what it shows, because that lime has coated that egg really well. And it's probably started to break down that shell, that coating, that bloom that's supposed to be protecting it. It's actually broken it down, which is what'll happen over time anyway. When any egg is in regular water, I've actually had my ducks lay eggs in their like pool water, lay an egg and let it sit, and I didn't know it was there. And like weeks later, I would come and be like, "What is this?" Pick up that egg, and it was soft. That's after like 3 weeks in water.
See if there's another one that's soft. Wait a minute.
Oh,
You're doing it. I'm not going to eat them.
they all look like I bet you they're all soft. Now, when we water glass eggs, I've had them 18 months and I've opened them up and they were not soft at all. The shell was hard. Oh, that sounds better, Miss Ann.
That sounds harder.
That one may stink.
No. Look. Wait, look.
It's
Can
a
you see
solid
it?
yolk.
Look.
Wow.
Okay,
Yep.
it was.
Sticks.
I mean,
So
I broke it, but it was.
No, you'll find that sometimes those eggs, and Casey, maybe you've had this if you, depending on how long you let yours last. At 18 months, sometimes that egg will also, the yolk will have started to stick to the lining of that eggshell.
Right.
And that's one of those things. I won't eat them if the yolk is stuck to the lining. I won't eat it either, because I don't know what is now absorbed from the outside of that eggshell.
Nobody eat any of these eggs.
No.
Well, let me say also, I've noticed through my time water glassing eggs, which I haven't done it for too long. I've done it for about 3 years.
Yeah.
That certain breeds of chicken, their yolks stay firmer longer.
No, they're
my
not
Americanas
firm.
that I have, the green eggs or the blue eggs, whatever you want to call them, they stay whole the longest.
Oh, look, Jersey says, yeah, Jersey says lime will eat through human flesh.
Well, it also covers the stink. You know, if you're going to bury a deceased person, you want to put lime. An animal. We won't say person. We'll say animal.
And the lime just took a really left turn.
I watch a lot of crime shows, okay, people? 48 hours is in my rotation.
We don't bury unalived humans anywhere in our life.
No, we only bury unalived animals.
We compost them. What are you talking about?
They go in the pig pen, Sandy. We waste nothing.
We waste nothing. Nothing gets wasted here. Okay, so you'll just see my stuff. I'm gonna take this out of my face, but it doesn't stink.
That's great.
It really doesn't stink. I do know that they have to go away.
Yeah.
They're not edible. Which is
wash your hands really good, Miss Ann. Like 3
I do.
times.
Like, yeah, I have to, me and washing my hands. Of course I wash my hands.
Oh, Lazy Days Ahead said, sorry, folks, you're not selling me on water glass and Bubkiss.
Well,
Bubkiss doesn't want to be water glassed, so don't worry.
Okay, well, that could have been a mistake to do that first, I guess.
No, that was a good thing.
I love
because you literally just saw what 9 billion, as I said before, year-old eggs look like.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't never been that brave to wait that long with water glassed eggs. I give all the power to Ann. We were talking a little bit about it before I go into making the liquid, because I'm going to show you, because I know there are some people that have left us comments that they got all of the stuff to water glass some eggs with us live, and I'm going to do it with you. But we talked about it before. One thing that I do, like what I do with my canning, I plan ahead of how long am I going to have these canned items. I don't personally can food long term. I can them for the year because I know how to garden, I know how to grow things, and I know I can recan the stuff next year.
Yeah.
Water glassing is the same way. I water glass for December and January.
Yeah.
Because I know they will slow down, and I'm going to be using a buttload of eggs for baking cookies, eggnog, angel food cake, all of that kind of stuff. So that's why I do it. So I'm going to move my stuff out of the way. And we are going to make some of the liquid. Now, I talked last week, and I have a video coming out about this. With my moving, I have not a clue where my scale is. I have one, but I could not tell you which of my 4 billion boxes my kitchen scale is in. So we are going to do this off of measurements that I have done, like cup measurements and tablespoons. What I like to do is I do a 4 cup of water, distilled water. I was very professional, y'all. And, I said I sometimes use tap water. But for y'all, I did I brought distilled water, even though I had a sip of it because I was a little parched. So hopefully I had exactly 4 cups.
You contaminated it.
I did. It's okay. I brushed my teeth today, so we're good. And I'm going to put 4 cups of water straight into my jar.
Here we go. Glunk, 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 glunk.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was still 2 cups.
Now you're going to measure out with using a cup measure. When I do this, I do 1 ounce to every 1 quart jar, which would be 4 cups essentially, right? In a quart.
Yep.
And 3 tablespoons.
So it's 3 tablespoons is 1 ounce. So I don't actually use a tablespoon because I don't trust myself because I'm a heaping tablespoon kind of gal. So I measure 1 ounce. I put a paper plate on my scale and measure 1 ounce.
So Rebecca has a question. She says,
big screen. Somebody wants to see you get big.
Can you do duck eggs?
I have duck eggs.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All my water bottles are falling down. Yes, I will put me large.
Jackie. Oh, hi. Always a surprise.
She shocked herself.
Same way I do it this way. Again, this is the way that I do it. Not saying any way is wrong. This is the way that I've done it. You're not sure I'm heading to Casey's for. No, they're actually still good because I mean, again, I'm only doing it for a couple months.
Yeah.
Not
Nobody
9
says
billion
that
years.
for 9 billion years. That's right.
So, in my jar, these are some beautiful gallon jars that got some wonderful famous YouTuber got me. Yeah, I
I
use
use them.
Well, Monica
I
sent me
use
these.
myself.
These are wonderful.
Yeah.
But y'all, can I just say before I pour it in there, these, I know some people are thinking, Casey, could you wash your jar before you brought it on the live? This is dishwasher wash. This is not coming off. The lime is not coming off. It's clean. Well, maybe not after my finger pulling an and in here. It is clean.
He's like, let me take a sip of that water out of here.
Right. I was very parched. But no, so I'm going to pour that 4 cups now straight into my thing without spilling all over my keyboard.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to do that.
You
Y'all
put your
talk while I'm
water
pouring.
in. You put your water in before you put your eggs in.
Yep.
People do it either way.
Okay, because
This is
I
completely
couldn't.
opposite of the way I do it. I don't do it this
What
way.
And afterwards, the water spilled all over the counter.
So I do
Oh.
all the liquid stuff
Yeah.
first. So I have my water. Now, me and Ann talked about this before live. This same bag, if you're not really reading the wording, there are 2 types of the bags. One says pickling salt. One says pickling lime. 2 different things, y'all. 2 different things. The canning salt is not what you need. You need what is called pickling lime. Ooh, one of my nails is dirty.
Pickling. Yeah, hold that back up closer again, Casey, so people can see that again. Pickling lime.
Yep.
For
Pickling
extra
lime.
crispness.
And this, I mean,
And
I got this at the Wally World.
There's like gardening lime and yard lime and all kinds of lime. You want to
Don't use that. Don't use that.
Question. This is what this is what people use to put in like their pickles
Yes.
to
Well,
make it crispy.
Well, no.
yes. Yeah, you can soak your pickles, your cucumbers in pickling lime. It soaks for a certain amount of time. Then you rinse them at least three times.
And then
before
you can them.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, should I try that this year? Oh,
I always have soggy pickles, so that's why I'm like, well, hey.
Yeah.
But I ain't trying to get no liver disease either or whatever.
All right, I'm going to put mine in.
Yes.
Now,
Sorry.
I usually do
That's right.
2 heaping tablespoons, but I do know, as Sandy said, that it is supposed to be 3, yeah? 3 tablespoons, like appropriate
3
tablespoons.
tablespoons of lime is about 1 ounce. It's as close as you get when you're doing those measuring. He's a heaper.
Yes, I'm a
super
heaper. I'm a heaper. I don't trust it.
Take a knife and scrub it off the top so it's even.
He's super rebelling right now. I ain't doing none of this. This is way too rebel for me.
No, and literally, so I throw her in just like that. And I'm still alive, y'all. I'm breathing.
Not for
I
long.
take her and I.
This is why Casey's got allergies so bad. His immune system's busted from eating all these eggs.
You're bad.
No, mine are fine. So then I have it all mixed up. So now I can add the eggs in. Monica, would you hold up an egg and I'm gonna pull you up pointy side down?
Yes, hold on.
That's the one.
I brought a pointy egg to show you. This is the turkey egg. Pointy side down.
Pointy side down. Carefully in the water.
This
Now,
is a duck egg.
Usually this amount of liquid will cover about 18 eggs of what I've noticed. So I usually do 2 versions of this or 2 helpings of this. And then I can put about 2.5 dozen eggs.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good that you figured out how many eggs you can put in there. That's good.
So you're going to put your eggs in, and when he starts to put them in, I'm going to show you. Pretend like this is filled with water for some reason. We're going to put water in it first, but pretend like this is Casey's jar with a half a thing of water in it.
I'm a waterer.
And then
it's maybe like what, 4 cups?
Yeah, I'm going to take my eggs and I'm going to try to put them pointy side down, but you're going to see they're going to kind of fall.
Yeah, but
And you're just gonna do your best.
The more you get in there, then you can adjust them.
And they're going to start, and you're just going to put them in just like that. Super easy. You're just going to stick them in there, and then they're going to layer up, and I'm going to make a layer for you so you can see what it looks like.
I was looking at mine. They're all witchamawalls. I mean, well, it's
And
been
they
2
will. I mean,
Yeah.
over 40 years. I mean,
Yeah,
eggs usually fall. Huh?
900 years. I keep saying 1923 instead
Okay,
of
so now as they're in there, I got that bottom layer. Now
Yeah.
I can be really intentional about putting the pointier side down, and I can really be intentional about kind of putting them in there with that pointy side kind of down. See?
Okay.
And that's what you'll just do. You'll find the pointy side and then just put that pointy side kind of down in there, and you're going to see it's going to kind of stay that way.
And can we talk about why we're putting the pointy side down? Because some people may have that question. Now, we are getting a lot of this is a total no for me.
Yeah. Why do we put the pointy side down?
Because of the air pocket. To keep the yolk whole, the air pocket is going to be on the fatter side and it's going to float up to that top. And you want to keep that air pocket as much intact as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So having the fatter, having bottom up as PGG rated as I can get, make sure that bottom is pointed to the sky and keep it good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you do this, though, you're going to notice too, Casey's got all that really pretty water. Let me see it, Casey's. It's still really nice and like, discolored. So when I put mine in, I shake it and then I pour it over my big jar of eggs. Okay. So I fill my jar up and then I put it over, and you're going to see it's going to settle at the bottom. Over time, you'll see that settle. And it's still there. I can still see it on my eggs kind of coating. And you can see my eggs kind of moved anyway, right? You've got them moved. And I actually added more. I put a line where I added it and then I added more. But you can see where it's been added. And, for the most part, they're trying to be down, but we do our best, okay?
Monica, talk to everybody about making sure that you're looking at the egg all the way around for cracks and.
Yeah, so I have a dozen eggs here. So this is a duck egg. And when I'm looking at my egg, I'm actually pulling my eggs out, and I'm going to pull them out each day. And first of all, you want the freshest eggs you can get. Okay. And you don't know necessarily. Here's an egg. Here's a duck egg, right? And you can see clearly there's a pointed side, right? This would be my pointed side.
Yeah.
Some of my duck eggs, it's a little harder to tell. And if you can't really see, you just try your best. Now,
and feel like we did not invent this. She said,
no,
did you invent this? It's been
it's been a long time.
1800s.
There you go. So Sandy has the history on that. So let me show you this really quick. So I look at my eggs. I look all over them. I make sure there's no cracks. Sometimes I'll put a light up to them just to verify there's no cracks. I also candle them sometimes, put it up to my phone. If you have a phone, which most of us do, if you don't have a flashlight or something like that by you, most of us have phones, and I'll take my phone often, turn the light on the bottom and just put it up there just to verify there's no cracks in or anything. And once I make sure that there's no cracks or there's no baby in there, then I'll look around, make sure it's all clean, make sure there's nothing in it. And then I will proceed from there.
That's awesome. Do you really do that?
Yeah, I'll check it because I don't want a rotten egg or if I see veins or anything, no ma'am.
Yeah.
That will ruin a batch.
So what did Donna say? Donna had a question. And she said, I have the exact lime, and the first time I'm doing it, but when I mixed it together, as the eggs sit there, the powder separates from the water, and there's water floating on top.
Yes, just like I showed you. You have the lime at the bottom, so you don't have to be worried. This is what it's going to look like. You got your lime at the bottom. You got your just eggs. It's fully submerged the whole time. My eggs do not come out of that. Well, that water is all the way to the tip top.
And it's kind of like also like a crystallization at the top. I know it's not really a crystallization, but it's like this hard film.
And showed you too, there's like a layer on those eggs, right? When she pulled the one open, there's like, it's like a film that really coats it. Now with my eggs, you can see most of my duck eggs are pretty clean. And that's what Ginger made comments of. But some of the eggs are pretty dirty. Okay. So like this egg right here, that's got like a skid mark on it. Okay, we're not using skid marked eggs. Okay, it ain't happening.
You can't flick the poopy off. Okay.
Yeah. So some eggs you just can't get clean enough. Okay. So these eggs, you don't want to water glass these. Even if they're crack free and they're fresh, like literally just popped out, you're not using it. You're using eggs that are like this. Clean, like all the way clean. And now sometimes I'll get an egg that looks pretty clean and it's got like a piece of grass on it. Okay. if I can flick that off easy, if it flicked right off, I wouldn't have a problem. This is really stuck on there. So I won't use this one. Not to mention it's got some discoloration right there. Won't be used. But if it was just something where I could brush it off, it was like a little feather or something, brush it off. If it brushes off easily with your hand and you're not disrupting that bloom, that coating, then I'm fine with it. For me and my house, that's what we do. And I do duck eggs. I do chicken eggs. And most recently, turkey eggs.
Cool.
Because an egg is an egg and it's all going to eat the same.
Right.
And Monica, Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead says, I know most of the eggs for wintertime when the hens slow down, but how long is a good timeline before you start using them? How long do you want to keep them?
Well, I mean, if you need to start using, so let's just say I water glass a lot of mine in April. I have 2 of these gallon jars done. I'm still getting eggs like crazy. And I don't have a freeze dryer. Lisa and Jesse, you all have a freeze dryer. Freeze dry all your eggs. That is literally the best way to do it. Okay. It's going to keep the longest. It's the safest probably overall. You just such a great way to do it. But if you're doing it, I mean, I could pull an egg out 3 days from now and eat it, like rinse it off and eat it. Right. But I don't know that I would wait 3 years to eat it. Or 2.5. But we have a short video. We have a video short of Eric eating a water glass egg that was 18 months old. And the only reason why it was that long was because it was at the very bottom. There were like 4 eggs left. My chickens and ducks were laying nothing. And I was desperate. And he was like, I want an egg. And I'm like, bro, go eat one from the water glass. He's like, it's good. And I was like, check it out and see. As long as you wash, just rinse it really, really good.
Right.
Yeah.
Crack it open and see. And he did, and he's alive and telling the story today. But put it on video. But yeah, I mean, you just really need to make sure it's clean. Yeah, I know, Ginger, it's hard. I will say that if you offer them a lot of bedding, straw, and if you take 1 or 2 of their eggs or chicken eggs or something you're willing to kind of give up, put some eggs in that nest area that's clean. They will want to lay where the clean stuff is.
Right.
Some country ducks don't care. But I mean, I don't know about them Georgia ducks, but I can tell you my Texas ducks they be laying in the mud too. But these were actually
dirty booties in Georgia.
These eggs were found in a nest that I set up. And I kind of made them and I patted it all with a bunch of straw. And I said, you're going to lay right here. And I put some chicken eggs in there that I was willing to, be rid of, made a real pretty little nest, put 3 eggs in there and was like, lay there. When they saw that, they went to go lay there. They wanted to go lay there. It just made sense. So that might help, Ginger. That's what I would do.
Maybe so.
Maybe. Let me tell you, if you get dirty eggs, that doesn't mean end of preserving for you.
No.
There are many different ways, leaving them on the counter if they're unwashed, washing them and putting them in your refrigerator for a couple
they still last forever in the fridge.
Another, freezing, which is kind of how I'm getting down with the get down right now, is I'm freezing some eggs. But it's not the end of the world if you get a track stain or a little doo-doo stain on your eggs and you can't water glass them. There's other ways to do it. So
that's right. That's right. Now, Sandy has a little bit of a difference of opinion. She has researched some things for us to be able to let you be aware.
Well, before we get into that, Anna, I think we want to have a little moment with you.
Oh,
first,
great. Okay.
We're gonna leave people hanging and dangling. We're gonna dangle the Sandy right in front of people.
To hear what Sandy has to say.
Are you doing cooking with Casey tonight? Do we get a chance?
I'm doing a little I have a little talk with Cooking Casey that involves water glassing eggs. So we're gonna chit chat with Ann and Casey, and then we're gonna come back to the topic. So don't go anywhere because we are gonna get Sandy's opinion.
Is this safe? Is it safe?
Is it safe? But first, maybe is it safe to stay and talk with Ann? I think so. So let's sit and talk about 90-year-old eggs.
Hello, Ann's Angles. I expected the Ann's Angles thing. Are we not going to do that? That's okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay, here we go. There was. Anne's angles. We just have a good time here, y'all. We just have a good time here. And Anne's angles is mostly kind of how I see the world and how I see things, right? And I read a little something, on Tuesdays in the morning, it's all about Tuesday, where you're choosing your attitude. And I've been having to choose my attitude quite often these days. But I read this. You've probably heard it once before, but I wanted to read it to you again so that you can understand what kind of control and what sort of power. And it's really appropriate for tonight because some of us will have a difference of opinion on any particular topic, but we can still choose our attitude and love one another. So it's called attitude. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It's more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what other people think or say or do. It's more important than appearances or giftedness or skill. It will make or break a company, a church, a home. The remarkable thing is, we have a choice. We have a choice every day regarding the attitude that we'll embrace for the day. We can't change our past. We can't change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We can't change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on that one string that we have, and that is our attitude. I'm convinced that life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. And so it is with you. You are in charge of your attitude. That's my Anne's angle. That's the only thing that we can control in life is how we react to things, and to know that we might have a difference of opinion, but we can still love one another. So let's get back to Hey Bill and Friends.
Can I just say that I always enjoy listening to Anne every single time. Does it not for y'all? Put it in the chat. Does it not like make your whole body like, because you could be very like, oh, I'm learning a new trade. I'm learning a new skill. It's making me very hyperactive. I just opened up 9 billion year-old eggs. And then Anne talks her Anne angles, and then you feel nice and calm. Well, I'm hoping I'm going to have that same calming effect on you for my cooking with Casey, because I haven't done a live cooking with Casey like ever. And I wanted to make sure that I did one that was kind of theme oriented. And I talked about before how when you're water glassing eggs, they recommend that you use distilled water. Now, there are a lot of people that aren't for the plastic bottles and all that kind of stuff. So what can you do to save money? Because that's what I talk about in Cooking with Casey, is saving money to get you the distilled water. I like to use, and I'm going to pull up the one that I use, is a knockoff Berkey. Yeah. I know me and Miss Ann were talking about before the show, we both have kind of a quote unquote knockoff Berkey, because the Berkey's, them's expensive, friends. Them's is expensive. So why not have one that works just the same? This is a Purewell. I've been using it now for about 3 years, maybe 3.5 years. It's built up kind of the same. The very top one, if you see the very top that the name's on, is where you put the water in. The filters are attached up there, and then it will filter down to the bottom. It sits on this little rest, literally just the same as the Berkey, y'all. And mine can usually hold up to about 6 gallons, is what I do with mine. I use that for my water glass eggs. I use it for a lot of things. So my kind of Cooking with Casey recommendation is check out our Amazon storefront pages, which if I can point to the right side, there we go. Click on our QR code right here. It'll take you over to everybody's Amazon storefronts. What we talk about on the show, what we like, what we recommend is all on there. And this Purewell is on there. I really enjoy it. It's a great way to have distilled water, not only for water glassing eggs, but for drinking as well. It's a nice, yummy kind of water. So that is my Cooking with Casey. Go ahead, check it out. If you try it, if you go over to our Amazon store and get it, let me know. Let us know in the comments whether you're watching it back. Do you have one? How do you like to distill your water? I'd love to hear from you. So now I'm going to bring everybody back up. See, this is the smooth transition that I'm used to right here. Not our other one. But yeah, that was my Cooking with Casey. Is
That was awesome.
get some distilled water. Have your little distilled water there to have. I even use it, y'all. I'm kind of bougie with my coffee in the morning. I use my distilled water from my knockoff Berkey instead of running the tap.
Good
Even
for
though
you.
I have well water. I have well water that's been tested. It's good, but I still use that. So that's my little Cooking with Casey. Let's get back to this topic. Because I know Sandy's going to talk more in depth under Sandy's suggestions, but let's talk research. Sandy, talk about how water glassing begun, because it wasn't created by Around the Hay Bale. But
No, from what I could find, it goes back to the gold rush in California, and they were trying to preserve eggs, and lime must have been something that they had access to. Probably
Okay.
wasn't good lime, it's not this kind you're buying in the store now, but it was something that they did to preserve those, because they wouldn't have had eggs probably all winter long, and
Yeah.
so it was just something that they had started. And there was a time that the USDA in 1935 did have an article that was for it, and I have water glassed eggs before, but then I started doing research, and I told the panel, I've been just so conflicted for a week. Do I say anything? Do I not say anything? Can I be the bad cop when you guys are the good cops? And
Absolutely. You can't be bad ever, Sandy. You can't be bad, but you could be the informed one.
so there's been a lot of research, not just by government, but actual research by scientists. And now anybody can say, well, that can be skewed. You choose. You choose what you believe.
yeah,
Right.
But they have had some research that people that use a lot of water glass eggs, there can be some health things that happen because of that lime, that you can have some gut lining problems, a lot of different things that they're talking about. I read articles from people that used to water glass, don't water glass anymore for different reasons. And I just honestly couldn't in good conscience say that I would ever do that again.
Mm-hmm.
But I will not tell another person that they can't water glass. You have to decide those things. Do be careful. There's some things that are happening because people like to sue people. And if you serve a water glass egg and that person gets sick from it, you could be liable.
right.
So that's something you have to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but for me, I can't do it anymore. For the rest of the panel, they're okay with it. And so it's just something that you have to think about and decide. But there's research with, sometimes we think because we have the bloom on the egg that nothing bad can come into that egg.
Mm-hmm.
But like Anne's first egg got kind of rubbery, the lime would have gone through that egg.
Yeah.
But what they're also finding is that if you're collecting eggs from a chicken that's not the healthiest chicken, and maybe sometimes you haven't even realized that yet when you've started to collect them, that salmonella can come into the egg from the beginning. So I just want you to be informed and make a decision that's good for you and your family.
Right. That's right.
Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. You don't take anybody's word for it.
Don't take our word for it either.
The idea that, I saw this on the internet, so I can do that. No, do some research. So That's just my feeling.
Well, and we talk about that a lot on the podcast with multiple different topics, is that you need to do what you feel safest for you and your family
Yeah.
when
That's
you're doing
right.
something. Whether that's water glassing eggs, whether that's canning, whether that, because we talked about that with canning meat. We talked about it with Rebel canning, with everybody thinks that Anne's going to set something on fire most of the time when
Yes.
she
Oh my
eats her
gosh.
Cheetos.
Hey, tell me I'm going to kill people on a regular.
You have to do what you feel safe for you and your household. Because at the end of the day, you're not serving us or doing anything because you don't live with us. You
Right.
can watch us, you can love us, you can appreciate us, but you have to do what makes you feel safe. So we're always so thankful that Sandy brings the kind of knowledge behind it of research that is done. And you can listen to the research and still be like, no, I'm still going to water glass. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Do what you feel safe.
I wouldn't suggest, 9 billion years, but 3
No.
months, 6 months, something like that.
Well, just a reminder too, if you have eggs that are really dirty, let's just say Ginger is bringing her duck eggs inside, and we're going to tell you here, and I have dehydrated my eggs and they taste horrible when I was going to say regurgitated them, but that's not the right word. Rehydrated them. They were awful. They were like greasy and gross, but I think we just need to practice doing it more. It was like once or twice I've only done it. So
dehydrating eggs?
Dehydrating eggs, yeah.
I'm awful. They turned out awful.
They taste bad. Dehydrating them.
I thought you meant to reconstitute from freeze drying.
No, reconstitute from dehydrated eggs. They were awful. They were like greasy. I don't know that we got all the moisture. It was very difficult. And I was like, okay, so if Sandy's already thinking, I don't know about this water glassing thing. Well, when I dehydrated mine, I was looking at
really good thing. I'm not thinking about that.
I was looking at that and I was like, I don't know about that mess. I don't know if I'm gonna eat that. And then my son like reconstituted it, and I was like, oh no. It looked gritty and it was bull. Needless to say, that was my problem with it. But you may have to try it a few times, Ginger. That's what I would say. Try it, practice it, see what you think. Do it safely. But here's what I'm gonna say. If you've got a bunch of eggs and you're bringing them in, mine are pretty clean. This egg right here has a lot of skids on it and stuff, right? It's got a lot of junk on it. This egg right here, I'll put this in a separate container, and this will be one of the eggs I eat first. Even if it's brand new and this the same day as this egg that's pretty clean. I'm going to put this in my back row, could leave on my counter for a month. This will be in my, let's eat it in a week. And the reason why is because it's already got junk on it. Okay. I am not going to sit this cruddy mess egg, which I've got a lot worse ones in there. I brought some pretty ones. I'm not going to leave the really dirty ones on my counter very long, if at all. The really dirty ones, if they're laying in mud, like if my boys go out there and get a bunch of eggs, and they bring them in and it's been raining, or those eggs are wet in any way, shape, or form. The first thing I do is I bring them in. I rinse them off really good. I mean, I don't scrub them, but I get them really rinsed really well. And then I put them in a container, and usually I stick them in the fridge, because if you leave a dirty, cruddy, muddy from, all the junk egg on your counter, that bloom is already starting to break down with whatever gunk is on it. Chunks. Like when you put incubated eggs in there, I did a little test, and I put eggs in my incubator, and I had 4 different turkey eggs, and one of them was a mess. And my son's like, Mom, we got to try it. And I said, well, I can't wash the egg before I throw it in there, baby. He said, just scrape off what you can and put it in there. Well, I scraped off one of them pretty good. The other one, I just left it a mess. And I said, we're going to just try it. And the one that had that gunk on it did not do anything. Even though I know it was fertile, it did not even start. And that egg probably started to break down more, and it actually went bad faster than any of the eggs that I had in my incubator. And it will go bad. So there is still a level of safety that you need to take in consideration when you're even just letting eggs sit on your counter, because like Sandy said, that bloom will break down, and it'll break down over time just in general. So if you have eggs that are dirty or whatever, I would say just be careful.
I have some frozen, some on my counter, some in the refrigerator, some water-based, some freeze-dried, and some dehydrated.
Experimenting
on my family.
There you go.
I will say I keep, because I sell eggs at farmers markets, I keep 4, sometimes 3 empty cartons on my counter. So when I collect eggs, if they're really pretty and pristine, I'm going to put it in the one that I'm probably going to water glass.
Mm-hmm.
Or the really dirty ones goes right in the middle, meaning I'm about to wash them eggs and I'm about to crack it and freeze it and preserve it that way. And the ones that look like the one that Monica just showed, which is, you know, a little bit of the little track marks, but
a little dirty.
I can still keep it there. And then when I have time, I'm going to wash it and put it in my fridge.
So Lisa has a question for you. And it says, how do you freeze your eggs, Casey? And do they come out okay when you defrost them?
I'm so glad you asked, Lisa, because I've been talking about this before we went live. So my new way that I have liked to do it. Now, in the past, what I did is I froze them yolk and egg white together in silicone ice cube trays. And I would then freeze them. I would pop them out, and I would use my vacuum sealer and vacuum seal them in a plastic bag and freeze them back. And when I needed 2 eggs for a baking project over the winter, I'd pull out 2 of those ice cubes. I let them sit on the counter until they're frosted, and then I use it that way. I have tried it now where I've separated the egg yolks and the egg whites, because over the holiday season, I love eggnog with or without adult beverage. And I need just the egg yolks for my eggnog. And Angel Food Cake, you need just the egg whites. Yeah. So I have experimented in bigger, kind of muffin size silicone trays of doing 6 egg yolks in one and 6 egg whites in the other, freezing and then having those pucks I can pull out for a baking thing. So yes, Lisa, that's how I do it. And yes, they taste just the same. I've never had a problem. I have had problems. I tried once, a previous host that was on the podcast, our dear friend Alicia at Country Mama Musing, talked about freezing them in a Ziploc and then taking the Ziploc into boiling water for scrambled eggs. Mm-hmm. I tried that, was not a fan. It was very rubbery. I did not like it. I've also tried cooking the eggs and freezing it. Not a fan.
Okay.
Well, I make egg muffins with mine, so.
Okay. If you take that comment down, Sandy had she talked about something. What was it you were talking about earlier as far as freezing the eggs and the yolks and they're flat and then you can put them.
Yeah. You can take your egg, put like, I don't know, however many you're going to use, just barely mix them together. Just mix them up, right? Then you can pour them into a plastic container, freeze that, and once frozen, pop it out, and then you can vacuum seal it. Yeah. And then it can go back in your freezer. Then it's just stacked one on top of the other.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah. It just makes it kind of easy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. And so there's several people going, okay, I'm done with eggs. I'm never eating eggs ever again.
Well, there's so many ways to take care of them. You just have to remember that you have to, eat, to each their own. And we are not experts. We are giving you what we do, what we find that is, what we think is safe for our family. I don't experiment on other people, just my family. I feel safe to do that. But I have had success with water glassing. I have had failures. I do not do them in buckets that are plastic. That was one thing Sandy had brought up too. I tried a 5-gallon bucket that's food grade. Absolutely not. It was a huge fail for me. It was too many eggs. It weighed down too much, and the crack it destroyed everything. Now I have had a crack in my jar. In the eggs at the bottom of my jar before, and I was able to save some from the top. But as soon as I pulled them out, because I noticed the cracked one, I pulled everything out, washed off everything, immediately put them into a jar, into a tray, oh my gosh, an egg carton, and put the carton into my refrigerator. But it was like immediate. Like I was like, oh shoot, something busted. I better get this moving now. Because if you have one bust at the bottom, it will destroy everything if you're not careful. So that's one bad egg ruins everything.
Well, I think when talking with that, the best way to lead into us deciding our topic for next week is talking about Sandy's suggestion. So what I think we should do now is we should hear a little bit of suggestions from Sandy.
Well, hello. Sandy's suggestion tonight is that you're responsible. That whatever you listen to on YouTube, every book you read, every research paper you read, um, take everything, learn from it, and decide for yourself. Just because we say this is right or this is wrong, you're responsible for you and your family. So, my suggestion is tonight do some research, decide, see what you can do that's going to work for you and your family. And it, when it comes back down to it, you're only responsible for yourself and your family, no matter what everybody else says. So, that's my suggestion for tonight.
That's awesome. I love it. That's awesome. And that's so, so true, right? I mean, we can only take everything with a grain of salt. Do your own research. All my herb information, please do your own research. All those kinds of things. So, Casey, what is it that we have going on now?
Well, I think it's time that we spin our topic. This was a wonderful idea that my co-host had when we were thinking about this homesteading boot camp, so that you can prepare yourself for next week's episode. Last week, me, Monica, and Sandy we were talking about water glassing eggs tonight. So you had a whole week to either do research, buy supplies, whatever you wanted to do. So we are now going to spin the week before, so it gives you time to prepare for that boot camp week. Because again, this is a hardcore 12-week boot camp now.
It is, but right before you spin that, once again, please get in my brain 4 cups of water to 3 tablespoons to 3
1 ounce.
1 ounce of lime.
And I will put that in the show notes. I will put measurements and ounce kind of stuff. I will put both of the measurements down below after our show. So don't look now because it's not there. We're live, y'all. But wait till we're done and I'll put it down there just so you can print it out and keep it in a binder. Because I do have a binder. It's just.
And like Monica said too, don't leave because we have a giveaway coming up.
We do.
So don't leave. We've got to
Don't leave. Don't leave, friends. We still got a couple more minutes. So who wants to count us down before we spin?
Monica does.
Monica does.
I do. All right. 3, 2, 1. Multitasking, Troy.
What are we doing?
Medicinal herb. And eatable.
Don't tell me the internet doesn't listen to you. I just
so we are talking. I mean, I think you literally just spoke it into existence. So we're talking about herbs too.
Yes.
So that's a good one. So y'all, this is going to be week 2. This is our topic.
Yes.
Okay. Edible herbs and medicinal herbs.
Yes.
Eatable if you talk about it.
Yes, eatable.
So listen, nobody ever said to be a homesteader you had to know how to spell. So I'm just going to put that
I'm
out
here
there.
for it. Okay. Eatables.
I
Better.
think eatable certainly sounds
Well, I would just say that,
I think
Monica
that's
was talking about edible herbs last week. So these are the appropriate herbs to eat because they're eatable. So it's something a child can say. You can't serve the edible ones to child. So
that's right.
Sandy, did you see that question?
I did. I'm typing right now.
Perfect.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
The answer is yes. Okay, that's good.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Oh, I'm about to look into that.
Cool.
Every single state almost has it now. Yeah.
I'm going to send myself a little Post-it note as a reminder to look that one up.
Yes,
I've been making Post-it notes the whole time.
So, to water glass or not to water glass, that is the question.
And that's your decision you have to make for yourself.
That's right. That's right.
Now, Casey, do we have a giveaway? Is that what you're working on now?
That you see my brain turning as it was turning?
I saw like little sparks coming off by your ears, and I was like, "Oh, that's okay." So just type in the chat "water glass," no hashtag or anything. Type in the chat "water glass,"
not to water glass.
Ann says, "I ain't doing it." She's like, "I woke up from a nap. I pulled up in here and was like, I don't think so."
Penny said that too. Hey, Desert Coke. Yep. So type in water glass. Now you can type in water glass in any chat that you're on. If
Yeah.
it is Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona, Bland's Promised Land Ranch, Ormsby Farms, the Halfway Homestead, or Andale Homestead, or Hay Bale and Friends channel. We would love it if you would pop over to Hay Bale and Friends and give a little like and subscribe and potentially put in water glass over there. That would be fabulous.
Miss
But-
Penny, just write water glass. Don't put a hashtag there, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Just put water. Yeah. And it was, you're right, Miss Ann. Sorry. It was Penny that went and took a nap and she came and showed up late. She said, I'll be watching the replay.
She needed a nap. Yeah, that's okay.
I agree.
Yeah, horrible. Oh, autocorrect is horrible with this one. Because it's trying to separate it, I bet. You know,
It
when
is.
putting in water glass, it's
Yep.
just trying to separate it.
We're putting a dash or something there.
So
There she is. There you go.
we have had, and we've had some new friends that have joined us.
Yeah.
Lori.
Yes.
This has been a lot of fun to do this. And I feel like people have gotten a good deal of information to be able to make
Yeah.
their own choices or
Right.
actually, how to water glass or not to,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love it. Okay. So how we doing?
I think it's time to press this right here.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay.
We're doing it.
We're
Do it.
doing it for a $10 Amazon gift card, by the way. I don't
That
think
you
we
can go
said
spend on pickling.
Ah.
There you go.
this. Rebecca, you got that winning streak, baby. That's
She
awesome.
does.
So Rebecca,
Now,
took $10.
let me just say, we congratulate Rebecca for winning.
Yes.
Now, let me also say we're doing something also kind of fun over the next couple episodes. Because not only will Rebecca be entered into our end of the 12-week big giveaway, but we're just going to, I think we're going to pull 2 other names too. So
Do it.
I'm pulling it up. I was trying to be really cool and have it already up.
Oh, sorry. Take it back. Do it now.
Yes, there we go. So I'm going to spin twice on this one. Put hay bale in there,
Okay.
no hashtag, and you will be entered in our big giveaway. So every single week you're going to hashtag Rebecca rigged. That would have been a good one too.
No. So what he's saying is you won't win tonight, but the 2 winners, the 2 names that come up will be
Will-
put in
yeah.
one big bucket to be pulled so that
At the end.
you have a chance
Yeah.
towards the end of our boot camp
Yeah.
to win a really super cool prize.
And you can get as many entries. I'm going to put as many times as your name on the spinning wheel of excitement. So you come in
Oh, I like that.
Every
Spinning wheel
single
of
week.
excitement.
every single week, come in and join us, and you could get your name spinned, and then you have 4 or 5 entries that you can be put in. So type in that hay bale, no space. I don't know if capital really matters, but
It
put in
does.
hay bale. It does.
But no
No,
space.
nope.
No space.
No space. Hay bale, no space. And then we'll run it and then we'll run it again, right? And
Yes.
this is where we're having a running tally. And you can win as many times, your name can be pulled as many times as it comes up. I
Yep.
mean, right?
Yep.
Isn't that right? They get as many chances as their name is pulled up.
As
Oh,
many times.
Casey, remember, Penny wanted to give away $50.
Oh, yes. That may be one of our winning prizes at the end of the
Yeah.
12 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a
There
good
we
idea.
go. We're going to save that one,
We're
Penny.
going to save that one. So let me go ahead, and this is the first name that we're going to draw.
Okay. And he's going to write it down and put it in a little hat. I think, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, Ginger.
Ginger. Yay.
She's her first name that goes in the hat for the big winning prize.
And that's
She's
gonna
our first name.
join. That'll be joining Rebecca, correct?
Correct.
So
It'll
that'll
be
be
3
Ginger and
every
Rebecca.
week.
And then the next one will be the third one. For every week, there'll be 3 names in a hat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it joins Rebecca. So now
Ah,
Tamara.
Tamara.
Ginger and Rebecca, all three of them go into one of the master wheel, the wheel of winners.
The wheel.
Yep.
What was it he called it? What did you call that wheel earlier?
Spinning wheel of excitement.
Yeah, the
Wheel of
wheel.
excitement.
I like that.
I like that too. Okay, so Rebecca, we'll get you that $10 gift card and your name along with Tamara and Ginger will go in the big drawing coming up.
Yes.
Which will be really, really exciting. So before we wrap up tonight, we hope you enjoyed this water glassing. We hope we didn't scare too many of you off on preserving
Yeah.
eggs.
I'm scared.
Listen, again, do your own research. There's many different ways. Water glassing is just one of many ways to preserve your
Yeah.
eggs.
Absolutely.
So do your research, but let's go ahead. And I think it's time for a little bit of a moment with Monica. Just a little moment.
There I am. Okay, guys. So I'm going to talk about this really quick. We talked about water glassing eggs today. And so I want to share with you something that I think reminds me of something that the Bible says. So in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verses 12, 13, and 17, I'm going to read to you. It says in chapter 6, verse 12, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of against the spiritual forces in the wilderness and heavenly places." Yeah, I'm reading my handwriting, guys. "Therefore, take up the full armor of God so that you will be able to resist on that evil day, and having done everything to stand firm." And verse 17 says, "And take on the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God." Now, the helmet of salvation is the reminder here, because I remembered about how the helmet of salvation is really there to protect us. That when we put all the good things into our body, we have all these great things that we're girding ourselves up with, or putting on the helmet of salvation to protect ourselves. And we have the sword of Spirit. We have the sword and they have the word of God, right? We're ready to protect ourselves. Just like that bloom on that egg and that lime that we put into our water glass egg. That lime and that water is supposed to protect the lime in the water, and the bloom is supposed to protect what's inside of that egg. We have to protect what's inside of our bodies. We have to protect all the good things that God gives us and that fills our mind with. So just as the egg is protected inside that water glass, inside that bloom, inside of all that, we need to protect ourselves. We need to gird ourselves up, take the word of God, take all those things, read it daily, put it into our brain, learn scripture, learn how to be more like Jesus. Because when we do that, we're putting on the whole helmet. We're putting on the full armor. But putting that helmet on is like adding that lime to the water, protecting that egg and giving it that little shell. Protect your mind and put on that full armor this week, guys. Put on the shell, put on that head plate, and put on that helmet and get yourself girded up so you can do good things in the name of Jesus and godly things. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're totally confused, that's okay. And if you have any questions, email me. I want to know. Put it in the comments. Ask, because I want you to understand what I'm saying. And I want you to know what I'm saying. And I want it to be real for you. And if you need anything, let me know. I'm here for you. All right. Have a good week.
Oh, that was beautiful. It was perfect.
It was
Okay.
nice.
They're water glassing eggs. See? So in this case, you should water glass your brain.
Absolutely. My brain is water, but
Anne has the 3-year-old water glass egg brain.
I do. I have I have the whole thing. All right. We love y'all. Thank
We
you
love
so
you
much
guys.
for being here. We'll see
Bye,
you next
y'all.
week, and we'll talk
Next week.
about medicinal and eatable herbs.
Eatable.
We're going to put that on a t-shirt, okay? I'm just saying.
Eatables. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Ann and Casey, Monica and Sandy, gather round and let's start this grand plan. Can some pickles, cook up some stew with friends by our side. Nothing we can